loads of reasons to celebrate this morning, Zoe. Our daughter Jessica Chandler is marrying Josh Moylan. They are getting married in Essex today at 1. Oh, fantastic. She'll be getting ready during the show. Listens every day. Lots of love from Jane, mother of the bride, and the 7 bridesmaids and 7 grooms. That's a gang. Also, Pat, her fab dad, mention of the whole gang. See, what we need now is celebratory music.
Jess and I met in the summer of 2018. We met at work, and where we worked, if you were new, like Jess was, you needed to be escorted by someone who wasn't new. So when I saw an email come through one morning from an at the time unknown Jess Chandler, asking if either of us would be willing to serve as an escort, I took one look at the stunning blonde woman in the profile picture, and knowing that this would shackle her to me for a week, I quickly volunteered as tribute. And so Jess and I spent that first week shackled together, and by the time that week ended, I think it's genuinely fair to say I was already smitten. Jess was gorgeous, Jess was driven, she was funny. More importantly, she seemed to think I was funny. She was perfect. The only bad news I'd found out that week was that Jess wasn't single. No matter. Undeterred, I decided that day that my watch had begun. A select few of you bore witness to what followed. It can only be described as an entirely embarrassing 12-month campaign to win Jess's heart. And so I made sure that at every opportunity, Jess was at dinner with me, slowly succumbing to my wit, charm, and good looks. And sure enough, the call came through. Jess was once again a single woman. And shortly thereafter, we were on our first date, the first of many dates, the first of many trips. And we went from being the very best of friends, as we definitely were, to falling very deeply in love. And I knew she was funny, she was smart, she's weirdly able to turn her hand to most things. She was beautiful beyond belief. But more than anything was the incredible joy that she takes in life. Some of you have accused me in life of being perhaps a slightly grumpy saint. Whatever truth there is to it, Jess is the antidote. Jess's ability to look outside in the smallest things in life and take the most immeasurable joy, and the second Jess's day is brightened, and your day is always brightened by these things, you infect the room with this positive, joyous energy that even a grumpy old cynic like me cannot resist. The thing that I don't think anyone appreciates about you as much as they should is the incredible strength every day it takes to be that sort of person. I have seen Jess endure deep personal loss, and where you or I might quite reasonably succumb to sorrow and wallowing, Jess will look out the window at the simplest of things, the shape of the lamppost on the south bank of the Thames, and Jess's day will be brightened and she will choose to be happy. And that strength and that positivity and that light is something I will never ever stop loving about you, my darling. My darling Jess, I love you. I waited a year for you. I would wait a century more if I had to. I love you to pieces.
Fantastic. Ready?
You're right, let's go.
We're ready.
I wonder, by my troth, what thou and I did till we loved. Were we not weaned till then, but sucked on country pleasures childishly? Or snorted we in the 7 sleepers' den? 'Twas so, but this all pleasures fancies be. If ever any beauty I did see, which I desired and got, 'twas but a dream of thee.
I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Joshua John Moylan, do take thee, Jessica Rose Chandler, to be my lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, to death do us part.
Always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres.
I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Jessica Rose Chandler, do take thee, Joshua John Moylan, to be my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. And thereto I apply to thee my troth.
And now good morrow to our waking souls, which watch not one another out of fear. For love, all love of other sights controls, and makes one little room and everywhere. Let sea discoverers to new worlds have gone. Let maps to other worlds on worlds have shown. Let us possess one world, each hath one and is one.
Jessica, I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage. With my body I honour you. All that I am I give to you. All that I have I share with you.
Joshua, I give you this ring as a sign of my marriage. With my body I honour you. All that I am I give to you. All that I have I share with you.
My face in thine eye, thine in mine appears, and true plain hearts do in the faces rest. Where can we find two better hemispheres without sharp north or declining west? Whatever dies was not mixed equally. If our two loves be one, or thou and I love so alike, that none do slacken, none can die.
Made it with our husband and wife.
Wow.
Not that you announced it. Congratulations. When you
So, welcome to the Pleasure Dome. I'm Pat, the very proud father of Jessica. She's kind and sensitive, but strong-willed. Growing up, she was a fantastic dancer. It was such a treat to watch her perform on stage and win lots of really nice trophies. So that was always a joy to watch. She's always been fairly expensive to run. Always the best teeth, glasses, dancing lessons, point shoes, designer clothing, but amongst all of that, she always is a great organiser of fab holidays. So she's always pushed us on to greater things, which is always much appreciated. She went to St Andrews for her university, and that took things to a whole new level. Anyway, it all worked out for the best. She started on a lovely career with some of you, and that led to her meeting Josh. So these things happen. From the first time we met Josh, we were so happy, and that's only been reinforced as we've grown to know him and how we see how he looks after Jessica. And he's got all the best attributes. He's keen and active. He's exciting and knowledgeable. We went to Italy with him, and he'd actually read up about where we were going. He's a great chef. He's strong and confident, and obviously drop-dead gorgeous. So Josh, we love you and we welcome you. And as our families join together to support Josh and Jess, we wish them every success, happiness, and a healthy life. But it's the success in the simple parts of the marriage that are, to me, the most important. Strip away all the modern distractions back to what the essence of the marriage is. And I was pondering this as I was out round the lanes, and I was thinking, Jess, Josh, the two J's. And then out of the woods, flew across the road in front of me was a jay, an actual bird, the jay. And that got me thinking, the two J's. When you see one, it always gives you a thrill. They pair up for life, they take care of each other, they make a nest and work as a team. Unusually, both birds have got the bright plumage. There's no drab bird, and both Jess and Josh are both full on, as you both know, so there was never going to be a drab one amongst them. So they're equals, but it's when they spread their wings and fly that you see them at their brightest.
Right then, we would like now to welcome the new Mr. and Mrs. Moylan!
Wonderful! I didn't know. Oh, they were like, let's go! Where's my husband gone? This is so dangerous.
Oh, sorry, Jamie.
I often think back to the very first moment that we met in 2015. We were young, fresh-faced out of uni, and I still had a full head of hair. I had just arrived in London to start my new job at Accenture, and to my delight, an old friend from Bath University arrived as well, Nick. In my excitement, I invited Nick over to have a couple of beers and reminisce about old times, to which he responded, "Can I also bring my housemate with me?" I, of course, extended the invites, blissfully unaware that that very person was about to become a best friend for life. When we met, we hit it off immediately, and I would go as far to say that I preferred Josh to our friend Nick. Josh even lived with Nick for more than a year, and frankly, they were inseparable. And I can easily say that without Nick, myself and everyone in our friendship group wouldn't have met this person right here, and who knows, without Nick, you might not have even met Jess. So Josh, where is Nick today? That's right, everyone. He wasn't invited. Josh decided to snub the very man that ignited our loving friendship. You really are loyal to the bitter end, aren't you? Whilst Josh is the youngest in our friendship group, he's always seemed more mature than his age. He's always got a point of view on absolutely any subject, and for the most part, he's usually well read on that subject as well. Annoyingly, he always has a solid argument behind him. However, I have seen and experienced the real Joshua Moylan. And that man is nothing more than a 12-year-old child who's stuck a slightly ginger beard on his face. From playing Xbox till way past his and everyone else's bedtimes, to giggling like a schoolgirl about the noise of a fart, to wrestling and tickling grown men on the floor, I think it's fair to say that Josh has the maturity levels of a newborn puppy. Jess, you mentioned that Josh's sheer persistence and unwillingness to give up was one of the main reasons why you ended up together. So you might call it persistence, Josh, you might call it perseverance, I call it harassment. This man hounded you for months. He would not leave you alone in the quest for your love, and to be fair, it seemed to have paid off, as we're all sat here today celebrating your wonderful wedding. So well bloody done, mate, your wicked ways work. And this persistence has continued throughout your entire relationship together. From living with both of you throughout lockdown, where admittedly at times I felt like I was living with Ross and Rachel from Friends, to your engagement story where several acts of God, including hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, hotel fires, cancelled flights, I could go on, tried to get in the way of your wonderful love story. But you've always persevered through anything that got in your way in order to spend the rest of your life with the lovely Jessica. And together you both have come out the other end stronger than ever. I think that perseverance to love each other through thick and thin is absolutely incredible and something each of us here can learn from the both of you. I really do. Please join me in toasting this beautiful couple to Jess and Josh.